2020 hopeful Senator Elizabeth Warren is pushing for free public college tuition. Warren unveiled her higher education plan today. It would cancel up to $50,000 in student loan debt for 42 million Americans. That's about 95% of Americans carrying that kind of debt. Her plan would also make 2- and 4-year public college tuition free. Warren says it would all be paid for by imposing a 2% tax on ultra-millionaires. And Lindsay Burke is the director for the Center of Education Policy at the Heritage Foundation, and she joins us now for more. Lindsay, good to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Your thoughts on Senator Warren's plan?
Well, look, this is, again, a massively expensive plan. This idea of debt cancellation for students would cost an estimated $640 billion for American taxpayers. And that's before you even count the part of the Warren proposal that would make college free, which by some estimates would end up costing another $1.25 trillion overall. So it's just a massively expensive plan that does nothing to actually control college costs and put downward pressure on tuition prices.
Yeah. College tuition, Lindsay, is through the roof, and so often students are graduating and they are swimming in debt. And a lot of times the jobs that they get right out of school, they don't pay a lot. So what is the solution here? This is not tenable for some people.
Yeah, and imagine being a student who decided to go the fiscally prudent route, who decided to work during college, to work during your undergraduate years, who decided to really focus on their studies and make sure that they finished within 4 years, maybe didn't join a frat or participate in other activities so that they could get through quickly and not have debt on the back end. All of a sudden, this proposal penalizes that student for making those good responsible choices and requires them to pay off the debt of other students down the road. And it also penalizes a lot of other students as well. It penalizes the student who took out student loan debt to finance their college, and then when they graduated, decided to live a modest lifestyle so they could pay down the debt that they signed a contract.
Yeah, with tuition prices climbing so quickly today, Lindsay, is there something that can be done to help these institutions more accountable?
Yeah, well, certainly a proposal like this that includes debt cancellation or, quote, free college does nothing to actually ensure colleges become really, I think, responsible for their costs long term. What this does is the same policy that has happened for the past 4 decades. It has the federal government increasingly involved in subsidizing higher education. And when you continually subsidize at the federal level and throw more and more money at colleges and universities, colleges don't have to be responsible. They can continue to increase their tuition and increase their fees and pass that increase on to students and taxpayers because they know that those loans are out there and under proposals like this will be forgiven on the back end.
All right, Lindsay Burke with the Heritage Foundation. Good to have you. Thanks for your insights.
Thanks for having me.